Hello everyone. I hope you guys are doing great, whether it be night or day, wherever you are. If you're new, hi, welcome to the channel, and realms, am I glad that you can join us today for another story that I wrote, which is a Dabi ex-listener. As always, links for the music used in this video will be down below, and further announcements will be said after the video. I hope you guys enjoy. You were quiet, dead silent even. No words came out of your slightly open mouth. Not because you didn't know what to say, but rather because of the massive hand that gripped onto your neck, to the point where you couldn't speak. Well, it all started a few minutes ago, while you were walking through a shortcut alleyway. These kind of nights stretched as long as your shift had been today. In all honesty, you had nothing against nocturnal hours. Realms, you can even say you loved it, as it somewhat brought a momentary serenity in a way. Unfortunately, that serenity seemed to have taken a leave of absence for the day. The night was warm, or rather humid was a better term for it, and the moonlight even shone like a spotlight on your form, illuminating the comfortable outfit that you had changed into as you got out of work. Unluckily, amidst all of these things that you could appreciate, a drunk just had to come along and ruin the calm. He stood in the middle of an alleyway with a body that barely supported his weight as he staggered onto his feet, visibly showing how he couldn't stomach the amount of excess booze that he had downed. He was even muttering curses, further solidifying your initial instinct to just turn around and make a run for it. Yet again, riding on this streak of bad luck, your legs had another idea, which was to keep walking until you almost passed the guy. Keyword, almost. He suddenly turned around, grabbing your arm, whistling and saying something along the lines of, a sexy person like you shouldn't be walking alone at night. Realms, you hated judging a person, but he looked and might have just had plans on taking the title of Scum of the Year at that very instant. You looked disgusted at him with his crooked yellowing teeth, matching the dirty face and clothes that he sported. Not to be judgmental, but anyone who would have turned that way and maybe took one glance at him would have thought him to be some washed-up homeless drunk man who looked as bad as he smelled. A sudden panic clouded your mind as it internally screamed for help, not being able to let the words out physically while struggling out of the man's grasp, hoping and praying that someone out there is hearing your silent-ish cries. Great day to be quirkless, isn't it? The lack of oxygen started to make your head go fuzzy and your body numb.
If this is the end, realms, please, someone, anyone, please break into my house and I don't care if you take the valuables. Not like I have much, but please feed the cats so they don't die.
you choked out. Suddenly, you felt your throat being released and you fell down. Coughing suddenly felt like sweet heaven, albeit breathing in the sweet, polluted air of the city. Looking up, you saw the man who was choking you seconds before engulfed in blue flames before he fell unconscious shortly after, and the flames disappeared as well.
Are you alright?
A deep, gruff voice asked, and you hoped to find the source. It wasn't hard, as his face was millimeters away from yours, while you found yourself swimming in those cyan blue orbs. The proximity caused you to freak out and stumble a few feet back, noticing that his features were different, to say the least. It was definitely an understatement once you saw the purple skin under his eyes, covering his face and arms, and are stitched with metal. Are those staples? But his eyes caught your attention the most. The color was so vibrant and comparable to looking at an ocean's depth. Strangely, it didn't spark the same fear it would strike. It felt strangely calm.
Take a picture, it'll last longer.
His comment made you aware of your trance, causing heat to travel up your ears as he then smirked at your flustered crimson state.
No thanks, out of storage.
You tried to joke your way out, fishing your phone from your pocket. He didn't say a word after, as his face blanked out of any emotion once more, turning to walk away only for your small hands to grip at his coat from behind, effectively stopping him. You were either pretty bold or pretty stupid for doing that, is all Dabi could think.
Thank you for saving me. And, I'm sorry I freaked out, just kind of pissed at being quirkless at these kinds of situations. Oh, what's your hero name? I haven't really seen you, but I'll make sure to boost your rankings and, well, with whatever I can do, and, if...
You huffed, eyes holding a strong sense of something that Dabi couldn't comprehend. Wait, did you think he was a hero? Just because...
I'm listener, by the way.
Dabi. And I didn't actually want to save you. I just didn't get your address.
He answered after a while of hesitation, eyes never leaving yours, and effectively sending the intended intimidation. It made you blurt out your response without hesitation, only to leave you even more confused. His eyes truly were pretty, and it fitted the mysterious aura around him. But...
why would you want my address? Dabi?
His name rolled off your tongue sweetly. He felt innocent for a second that it did, but reality hit fast, reminding him of who he really was out of this mirage.
I was going to break in to feed those cats, but seeing as you're still alive, you can repay me by doing it yourself. And try to actually make the rest of the way back unharmed. Pretty people are prone to unnecessary danger.
He walked out, leaving even more confusion. Did he just call you pretty? Weeks passed after the incident, and just as usual, you were working at your late shift at the cafe/bar that you worked at. The memories popped in your head every once in a while, as if the slight trauma had been haunting you, keeping you more alert in the streets. Far more so that you couldn't shake the feeling that someone was watching you. Constantly, even. Was this paranoia? Realms. There were barely any customers that day, opting you to simply focus washing the leftover glassware and clean the tables alone as the rest went on their merry way. You were tasked to lock up after all. The ringing bell at the front door finally signaled a customer. You instinctively turned around to greet them with the usual spiel, but you didn't expect to be met were cyan blue eyes staring right back. You were surprised, to say the least, as, truthfully, meeting Dabi had never left your mind, and realms, even your dreams. Nightmares, maybe? But you hadn't expected to be meeting him again, let alone for him to turn up like this. Dabi took a seat in front of your bar and ordered,
"Give me a shot of the strongest you got here."
You turned to him, staring with a questioning face.
Heavy drinker.
Surprisingly for Dabi, you poured a shot for yourself as well, replying with the exact same line when he asked.
Never imagined someone as delicate as you would ever drink this stuff.
He raised the glass to his lips and gulped it in less than a second.
Yeah, well, I may be quirkless, but...
You trailed and quickly drank the liquid, masking the flinch you made once from the bitter taste. You could no longer keep up the bluff for more than 2 seconds when you felt the alcoholic sensation spread through your throat and to your body, making you cough out. He found himself laughing, realizing that you did that to look cool somehow.
Oh my realms, this thing is gonna end me. How is this legal? It tastes toxic.
Dabi chuckled.
You seem to be good at finding ways to do that when I'm around. At least you're amusing.
You raised your head back to turn to him after sipping some fruit juice to rinse the taste.
Wait, were you keeping an eye on me this whole time? Scratch that. Were you stalking me ever since the incident? Because I swear I fed the cats.
He then rested his chin on his interlocked fingers as he rested both of his elbows on the table.
Would it bother you if I said yes?
More like I would be bothered if you said no. Because I've been feeling as if someone's been watching me.
You whispered.
That would be me.
A girl popped up, quipping bubbly beside you, making you stumble.
Hi, who are you supposed to be?
What are you doing here, knife freak?
Dabi then facepalmed as the girl continued to speak, introducing herself as Toga, and said something along the lines of, "You must be the person that Crispy had been obsessing about these past few days?" What exactly did she... Toga then turned to Dabi and then back to you.
Aw, did I bother you two? I was just leaving to narc on you on the handman anyways. Oh, and by the way, look up.
Toga said as she left the cafe just as fast as she came, albeit now, gladly through the front door.
Don't mind her. She's obviously got a few screws missing.
Oh, and what did she mean by look? Your words were cut off when Dabi suddenly pulled you in.
But at least she has a good eye.
You finally looked up and saw there was an out-of-season mistletoe above you. Well, that was unexpected. All that being said, you didn't know whether to be surprised or just be thankful or confused of its sudden presence at this time of year. It seemed like the world was trying its hands at being a matchmaker, or maybe the author of your life simply wanted an excuse to give you this luxury. Was Christmas coming up when they wrote this? He had been infiltrating your thoughts, after all, ever since that day. As he pulled away, he could see your blank expression.
What? You didn't like it?
He asked. Your face heated up even more as you huffed, looking away. He leaned down by your lips and trailed to your ear.
Was your first kiss as good as you expected?
You jolted and shot away from him, nearly stumbling over. The faint taste of toxic liquor still lingered in your mouth, along with the smoky burnt taste that seemed familiar and yet not at the same time. This reaction made him chuckle lightly at you. What makes you think that was my first? He then moved his finger, sliding it over your cheeks, trailing down to your lips. He liked this. He smiled as both of you seemed to take calculated breaths.
Maybe because of that cute blush of yours. You were always entertaining back then, and even now. Anyone who would have faced danger with such a lighthearted remark was way interesting to keep around, and I plan to do exactly that.
He said before looking at his phone, earning yet another grunt.
And man's really got to learn something from Crazy about his timing.
He complained as Shigaraki seemed a little less patient.
And go home. Don't forget to feed the cats.
He said, walking away to leave you once more. You called out to ask if you would ever meet again, but it seemed as if he didn't hear you anymore from the lack of response. You sighed yet again at another questionable encounter, as you simply opted to lay your head down and gather your thoughts. That was when you saw a thicker flat object laying on the counter with you. Paper? No. A photograph. It was a simple photograph, and surprisingly, of him smiling, albeit barely noticeable, but it was there. The picture was taken of him somewhat closer to the camera as he got reminded of your enamored quip looking at his eyes. Dabi even got teased for uncharacteristically asking Toga, out of all the people, to take a picture of him, and to her surprise, of that pose, smiling so softly. A small note was written at the back as you flipped it.
Told you, pictures last longer. Not like it matters if I'll be seeing you more often anyways.
I haven't seen you, but I'll make sure to boost your hero. Really?
You see, I didn't want to save you. I just want the cats.
I was just leaving to hand.
Do it. What?
Yeah, I'm trying to channel it like this.
Okay.
His name rolled off.
Take a picture. It lasts long.
No, my voice is cracking.
Weeks passed.
Fire engine, shut up!
What you didn't expect to be.
Dabi.
No, I keep saying Dabi. I'm so. There it is. I'm so glad. Yes. You got it.
Was Christmas coming up when they wrote this? I mean, fourth wall breaking, let's go.
I know you're an edgelord, but still.
Both of you seem to let out calculated breaths. Yeah, well, I'm losing my breath as well. Due to my runny nose.
Are you okay? Macho, whenever you do that, it makes me worried. No, it's just whenever you go like, let's just keep that. I'm just like worried that maybe I did it wrong and I'm sitting here like,
You would ever meet again, but...
Would it bother you if I said yes?
Oh, I messed that up. I already knew.
Or maybe you have a request for
Do that, you're just like, okay, let's keep that.
I hope you guys have a great...
And man's really got to learn something from crazy about this timing.
Oh.
And go home.
Ugh. That sounded weird. Yeah, no.
Oh, that was probably not the... did I go too e-boy on that? I was going to break in to feed those cats. Oh, yeah, I'm losing the voice. Oops. Okay. And try to actually... Nope. And... Blah. Oh, I think my voice kind of shone through. Yeah, okay. And try to actually make the rest of the... Okay, so right about there. Okay.
Okay, so that was it, you guys. I hope you enjoyed this story. If you enjoyed, please consider subscribing, as I am posting 2 to 3 times a week on regular posting scads. And again, links will be in the description down below, and my Discord tag in the about page of my YT if you want to interact, because I'm mostly on there. And if you have any stories that I can read or links, as long as I have also been given the appropriate permissions for it, or maybe you have requests for some characters or scenarios, just DM me or place it in the comments down below, and I would definitely love to read them and or make stories out of them, and hopefully I do them justice. Okay, that's really it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Stay hydrated, stay safe. See you in the next video. Bye.